I just pulled into Walmart. I am gonna pick up some groceries for the week. I actually placed a grocery order, but I'm gonna go in and pick out some of my produce. We're coming into some of the best months for fresh produce in my area of the country. I think I'm gonna pick out my first watermelon of the season. We've got berries in season. We have asparagus. We have lots of different fruits and vegetables, but I like to go in and pick them out myself. If you have not been following along, I'm currently in the middle of a kitchen renovation. I think we are in the middle of it. We've been without a proper kitchen for about 4 weeks. I'm guessing we have at least 3 to 4 more before my new kitchen is finished. So making meals for my family has been a challenge, but we've been getting through, and I've been showing you guys some of the things that we are doing at this time to keep our family fed without having to constantly rely on restaurants and the drive-thru. Even when I'm not in the middle of a kitchen renovation, I still have those times when I want to press the easy button, right? I mean, we still have those seasons when we're at the ballpark all day, or the basketball gym, or the band contest, or I'm just really tired and burnt out. So if you find yourself in a similar situation, I thought I would share with you some more options that I have noticed in my Walmart recently that are sort of like fast food or convenience food dupes. Some ideas for super quick, easy meals that are sort of like their fast food counterparts, but a lot cheaper. So in my Panera Bread app, there is an option in the menu for a family feast, meaning several items that they bundle together for one specific price that supposedly feeds a family. And there's a few different options, including depending on whether or not you want to have cookies, you know, dessert with your family feast. But the one that we have purchased before includes 4 little half sandwiches, a quart of broccoli cheddar soup, a large salad, a few of their baguettes to go along with the soup, and then 4 of their chocolate chip cookies. And that meal is gonna run me $41 before tax or tip. But if I want to recreate that meal at Walmart for less, I can. Walmart does carry the Panera brand soups, and I can get a quart of the broccoli cheddar for around 10 bucks, but they also have started making those in their house brand. And a quart of the broccoli cheddar in the market side brand, which I would find over in the deli section, would be $5.97. I could also pick up a family size Caesar salad kit, a large sub sandwich. They have various kinds in their deli section, a loaf of French bread, or a couple of baguettes or some other kind of bread item, maybe even from the discount bakery rack. And they have lots of different cookie and dessert options from their bakery. If I'm getting some of their premium cookies that are not on sale or discounted on the discount rack, I would be paying $5.24 for 6. Those 5 items I just mentioned, which I can grab really quickly at Walmart, would cost me $25.03 before tax. So already I'm saving 16 bucks by picking up those things at Walmart, and all I would have to do is heat up the soup and make up the bag salad mix. I've also had to get kind of creative about filming during this time and finding quiet spots and quiet times to film. Not just because of the workers and the work that's happening in the house from day to day, but now we're in summer break and the kids are home from school. So that's why we're filming from the mom van, because it's just me in here right now and it's nice and quiet. Chick-fil-A also has some family meal options, and they used to have one specifically with the chicken sandwiches, with like 4 chicken sandwiches and some sides. Now the only family meal options I see in the Chick-fil-A app are for the nuggets or the tenders. But if I were to purchase 4 of the Chick-fil-A meals, that would be a sandwich, a medium fry, and a medium drink. It's $8.79 per meal, $35.16 before tax for 4 of them. And if I were to cut out the drinks and just get the 4 sandwiches and the 4 medium fries, it would be $29.36, almost 30 bucks before tax. And I've mentioned this one before, but I'm gonna break down the cost again for you today. Walmart carries a bag of Southern style fillets in their freezer section for $12.48 at the time I'm filming this. And they've been that price since I noticed them, which is well over a year ago. So they've stayed pretty steady in price. And there are usually 6 fillets, like 5 or 6 fillets in that bag. So already I'm getting an extra one than if I were just getting 4 sandwiches for a family of 4. And we're a family of 5. So I don't know why I priced this out for a family of 4. Maybe just because that's what these family meal deals often say they feed. A package of buns is costing me somewhere around $1.50 right now at Walmart. And since I would be using my air fryer to cook those fillets, I would probably forego getting the waffle fries from the freezer section, although you can. And instead I would pick up some of the Poppables chips. They're kind of like those waffle chips that they sell at Chick-fil-A. Right now they're on rollback at my Walmart for $2.50 a bag. And I've noticed they have some other kinds too that they have introduced, kind of limited edition flavors. Those 3 items together cost me $16.44. So half the price I would be paying for 4 chicken sandwiches and 4 medium French fries from Chick-fil-A. Now I do want to interject something here because I've been doing YouTube long enough that I can pretty much predict the kinds of feedback and comments I'm going to get, especially that are pushing against the things that I am trying to teach. Cooking your meals from scratch as much as possible is usually the best option for health and for your budget. But that is not always realistic for everybody in every season. And when I'm making videos here on YouTube, I'm usually trying to address a variety of topics with a variety of solutions to different problems that I have come up against in my own life or that my viewers have mentioned in the comments of my videos. So yes, absolutely, making some of these fast food or restaurant meals at home from scratch as much as possible is probably the best bang for your buck and the best bill for your health. But some of us don't always have that kind of time or a kitchen to do that in. So I'm offering some other options that are hopefully kind of in the middle. Where we live, we have Tazikis, and they're a chain restaurant. I don't think they're national, but even if you don't have Tazikis, you might have some kind of Mediterranean quick service meal option where you live. And Tazikis offers a couple of different family meal options. The one we like is the Chicken Family Feast. It comes with some of their seasoned grilled chicken, a big salad, like a Greek salad or a Caesar salad you can choose, a side, which is either basmati rice or potatoes, some of their tzatziki sauce, and also naan, either the soft bread or the pita chips. And that meal, which they advertise feeds 4, costs $46.99 before tax. Here's what I pick up in Walmart to recreate a similar meal. 1 container of pulled rotisserie chicken, a container of prepared tzatziki dip, a few packages of heat and eat basmati rice or your rice of choice, a family-size Caesar salad kit, and some of the Walmart brand naan bites. And at the time that I'm filming this, when I price all of those ingredients out, it comes to $28.28 before tax. So it's basically half what I would be paying if I were picking it up at the restaurant instead. And all I would need to do is heat up the rice and the chicken. Actually, I don't even know if you have to do that. You could eat them cold, prepare the salad, and that's it. It's essentially the same meal. Everybody has places where they save and places where they splurge, and one place where I choose to save is coffee. You will rarely see me in the line at a fast food or chain coffee place because I think the price, the markup for that particular item is pretty insane. Just this past week, my husband and I were in Chicago for a little getaway, and part of getting away and being out of town is trying out the cuisine and eating out at restaurants, and we know that we're gonna pay a little bit more. But at one of the places we were at, a cup of just plain black coffee was $5. And in the coffee bar in the hotel lobby, a regular latte was $9. $9. And that was before tax or tipping our barista. For less than the cost of 2 of those lattes, one for me and one for my husband, we can get an entire bag of coffee beans from today's sponsor, Trade Coffee, and make about 20 cups of coffee at home. And it will still taste amazing because they're sending us high quality beans from small roasters around the country, and it's roasted to order, so it will taste super fresh. I have some right here in this cup with me, my handy dandy cup, which goes almost everywhere I go. Whether you're new to coffee or you know your favorites, Trade can handpick just the right roast for you. Trade's experts have taste tested thousands of coffees to curate over 450 amazing roasts. Just take their quiz, and in under a minute, they'll match you with your perfect coffee. And if that first bag isn't quite right, they'll send you another one for free until they do get it right. You can order coffees individually, but I actually have a subscription with Trade. So every few weeks they send me another bag of coffee, and I can actually go in and rate the coffees. I can change up the coffees that they're delivering. If you want to try out their subscription service, they're offering 50% off your first month. Just go to drinktrade.com/cmindymom to get that deal. Again, that's drinktrade, TRADE.com/cmindymom, or there's a link in the description box below, and you can get 50% off your trial month right now. One more time, because I'm a teacher and I believe in being thorough. That's drinktrade.com/cmindymom for 50% off your trial month with Trade Coffee. And thank you again to Trade for sponsoring sponsoring today's video and my mom life in general. In the Panda Express app right now, I see a 5-person family meal that includes 2 side items. So it could be, you know, some kind of rice or some kind of noodle, and then 3 of their entrees. And that would cost $35 before tax. If I am recreating something like that here at Walmart, I would start with the Innovation brand, and I would pick up some of their fried rice from the freezer section and also some of their noodles, their lo mein. And Innovation also makes some protein options, some meat options as well, but I would probably go for the P.F. Chang's brand and the Mongolian beef and the orange chicken. Those 4 items together cost me a little less than 23 bucks before tax. The only thing I'm not sure of is how much food that is compared to the Panda Express meal. I think it would be pretty close even though it's only 2 entrees. We are coming into the summer months here in Oklahoma, and if you're like us and you find yourselves in the ice cream store line, whatever that may be for you, whether it be Dairy Queen, around here it's Brahms, or Sonic, then I have a grocery store dupe for you that can help you save some money there. Right now, my Sonic app is telling me that a small Sonic Blast, which is just their vanilla ice cream with like a little mix-in, like Oreos or Reese's, a small Sonic Blast is $4.79. So for a family of 4 to get a small Sonic ice cream treat, it's $19.16 before tax and tipping your car hop. If you want something with a similar texture to those soft serve ice cream mixes that we get at various places, check out Blue Bunny in your freezer section in your grocery store. They have a soft serve line that I discovered last year or maybe the year before, and they have several different flavors. They do have some with things already mixed in, like a cookies and cream and a peanut butter cup and a mint chocolate chip. And they also have the standard strawberry chocolate and vanilla soft serve flavors. Right now at my Walmart, they're $3.97 for, I think, a 46-ounce container. So even if I'm picking up a little 12-pack of Reese's Singles for $2.88 so that we can make our own little mixes, I'm coming in at $6.85 total, and that will easily make probably more than the equivalent of those 4 Sonic Blasts. But also I want to give a little plug for the Butterfinger mix-in, because a 12-pack of little Butterfinger Singles here at Walmart is $2.34. And let me tell you, those are really delicious, smashed up and then mixed into that soft serve Blue Bunny. Yummy. Now let me also just go ahead and say that I am not saying to never get fast food, to never get takeout, to never eat out. That's not what I'm saying here. We have a budget for that in our family budget. It's called recreation. And we do get takeout and eat out from time to time, but I am just trying to offer some options that work for my family when we're trying to cut back on that, or when we find ourselves in a season where we're really tempted to eat out or pick up takeout more than we should, and we want to try to limit that so we don't bust our budget. I do want to mention a few drive-through or just fast food, quick food options that in my opinion are really hard to make or dupe for less. I can still get a box of a dozen tacos at Taco Bell for a little over 20 bucks. And because of the price of beef and then buying the taco shells and the cheese and the lettuce, I would probably only be saving a couple dollars by trying to make them myself. Now I might still prefer to make them myself because I like the ingredients that I'm choosing better. I'm just saying from a cost perspective, it's difficult for me to justify making them at home, only saving $3 or $4 if I'm in a hurry. I think they also have a box that is 6 tacos and 6 burritos for like 15 or 16 bucks, which is a really good deal. McDonald's breakfast is, in my opinion, the best value that they offer. I also think it's the most palatable food that they offer, but that's just, you know, personal preference. Right now in the McDonald's app, it's showing me that a sausage breakfast burrito is $1.49. I'm just not sure, even if I'm making a lot of them, that I can make them for very much cheaper per burrito than that price. Although I will say that it seems like the hash browns are a little pricey right now. The breakfast sandwiches, breakfast burritos seem like a much better value than the breakfast starch. I'm gonna catch a lot of flack for this next one, but just hear me out. Just hear me out, okay? I really do not think that I can make a pizza from scratch for cheaper than I can get one at Little Caesars. Now again, can I make one that might taste better or that might have ingredients that I like better? Probably. But as far as the convenience and the cost, I can't really work out, even with a take and bake pizza from like Walmart or Aldi, getting it for less than I can get it already made up at my Little Caesars. And in my opinion, all Little Caesars are not created equal. It is one of those franchises where it is really hit or miss. I've been to Little Caesars where they undercook the pizza and it's really doughy. I've been to Little Caesars where they overcook it and the cheese is burnt. And then I've been to some that are like you know, the Goldilocks of Little Caesars. It is just right. And by the way, if you're in South Tulsa and you're looking for that Goldilocks Little Caesars, it's at 81st and Sheridan. They have several different kinds of pizzas that are right around 10 bucks or less. They have just their basic pizzas, I think, that are $6 or $7. We usually get a stuffed crust pizza there, and I think a stuffed crust pepperoni is around 11 bucks. I cannot make it for less than that. I just can't. Once I factor in the cost of the dough or making the dough, the cost of the pepperonis, the cost of the cheese, picking up a jar of sauce, I might be saving a buck or two, and I'm just not sure in the long run that that's worth it to me when I'm looking for convenience. And I know there are some of you out there that are willing to admit, at least to yourself, that crazy bread is a guilty pleasure. There's nothing like it. I hope this video was helpful in some way, that it gave you some kind of idea to help you through a busy season if you happen to find yourself in one. That's what my channel is all about. I try to be helpful in a kind, positive, and realistic way. Thank you again to Trade Coffee for sponsoring. Again, you can check them out in the description box below. Pick out one of these videos to watch next, and I'll see you there.